excited to be here. My name is Bisola Miriam, and today I will be answering the question: do I need um, work experience to get a guaranteed scholarship? Do I need work experience to get a guaranteed scholarship? So if you're watching me live, I want you to say, I am live with you. I want you to say, I am live, right? The question is, do you need a guaranteed scholarship to land a fully funded scholarship? It's a yes and a no question. So I'm going to attempt the yes. I would answer the yes part and then I'll answer the no part. So, first of all, when you're applying for an academic program, most of the programs that I encourage scholars to apply for are mainly academic programs. And so, for such programs, you don't need very strict work experience. So, when I use the word strict, basically what I'm saying is you don't need to show that you have worked in 10 companies, 15 companies, or you've been working for 15 years, and all of that. You don't need to demonstrate that. Another thing you need to also bear in mind is they're looking for your academic as well as, sure, your professional experience and, of course, your extracurricular engagement, right? So they're not just interested in your work experience. So don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up if you do not have many years of work experience. And don't also feel bad if you think you have so many years of work experience and you think that's intimidating. No. So whether you've got work experience or you've got little to no work experience, there is a program for everybody. So that's why when I started this live video, I said it's a yes or no question. So yes, in the sense that you would need work experience for some programs. No, in the sense that you don't necessarily need work experience for certain programs. So I'm going to talk about these two different groups of programs that require little to no work experience and the ones that require some or good work experience or professional experience. So let's talk about the ones that require little to no work experience. The kind of programs that would request or require you to provide little to no work experience are programs like the mainly academic programs. So, for instance, you want to apply to study engineering. Now, let's not talk about very practical courses. Let's talk about a program that is mainly academic, like English or um, gender studies or women's studies, or I'm thinking of or may even I'm thinking of other examples, or program like biological science, right? Or environmental science, or animal science, or human nutrition. These kind of programs may require little to no work experience. So if you also want to make yourself competitive, even if you don't have so many years work experience, there's something you can do. And that's something, or what you can do is to provide proof of extracurricular activities that you've involved in, just to demonstrate that you are really interested in that area of research. In addition to that, have you been a volunteer for organizations, or you have actually worked as an intern, or in places where you can, if you look at those work experiences, whether it was a 3-month work experience or a 6-month work experience, you can actually use this information to make yourself even competitive. But above all, even if you don't have work experience up to, very significant work experience, think about the places you have volunteered. You worked, right? Even if you were not paid, you worked. So think about places where you were paid, maybe stipend or some money. You worked. So anywhere you have served can be categorized as work experience. whether you were paid or not. It's just the name. It doesn't matter. And so let's talk about programs where you would need to demonstrate very, um, very, I don't want to use, I'm thinking of the right word to use. There are programs where you would need to provide significant proof of work experience. So you want to apply for a program like the MBA or a management degree or very practical courses like engineering, medicine, law, and some other very practical courses. You will need to show that you've actually worked, if not at a paid job, right? But places that can connect with your application story. When I say places that can connect with your application story, I mean show that, provide proof or evidence that you have worked in a construction company. For instance, if your research interest is construction, building and construction, as far as engineering is concerned. Another thing you want to provide is if you have worked in, maybe you're a doctor, or you've worked in an hospital, or you've been involved in community healthcare services. These are different work experiences that you can put together, right? And so, yes, it makes sense that you carefully articulate those work experiences that you have. Sounds good? Now, another thing you want to do or closely pay attention to is the extracurricular activities that you've engaged in. There's a way you can actually tweak your extracurricular experiences to show or to prove that you have worked. So, for instance, I have volunteered for a lot of organizations that are interested in advocacy for the stigmatized. So, I've got a lot of work experience when it comes to helping, serving, and working with victims of social stigma. Does that make sense? So if you sit down, Crud, and look and try to analyze your situation, there is work experience even in what you're trivializing, except you're not paying close attention. So if you need further clarity as to how to navigate the application process, I would encourage you to watch more videos on my YouTube channel. Most importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you happen to be the very first person to receive a notification every time I go live. In addition to that, don't just subscribe, make sure you engage all of the videos. I mean, I've done a lot of videos on that on my YouTube channel, and you can engage them and get clarity per time. The interesting thing about watching these videos is you can pause, you can play, you can move it back, you can move it forward, you can share, you can go back to it at any time. Now, let me tell you about me. My name is Bisola Miriam. I'm a study abroad coach with over 7 years of experience, and I've been working closely with scholars looking to study abroad on a fully funded scholarship. As a study abroad coach, I have applied several times and got several denials because I didn't know the strategies. Even after I was given fully funded scholarship, I was denied visa because of lack of proper strategy and planning. And today, I work closely with scholars in order to ease their stress and alleviate their concerns as they navigate the study abroad process. My goal is to make you go through go through this process with little to no stress. And that is why I am here to serve you. So if your plan is to relocate to study abroad in the next 6 months or more or less, then you should listen to me as I talk about the 100 Scholars Program. What is the 100 Scholars Program about? The 100 Scholars Program basically is a program that has been designed for scholars looking to study abroad on a guaranteed scholarship. So the 100 Scholars Program is my intervention program, or a program that I've designed to work to help me create time and provide resources and provide a community and top premium level coaching to a group of people that I call the 100 Scholars. So, how do you become a part of the 100 Scholars? To become a part of the 100 Scholars, you will need to take my discounted pre-order offer of the 100 Scholars Club. Now, when you join the 100 Scholars Club, these are the things you would benefit. First, you get access to my book, the Scholarship Guaranteed Hack Book. So the Scholarship Guaranteed Hack Book is my strategy tool, or my strategy tool or resource for anyone who wants to go through the process and who has no idea where to start, what to do, how to do it. And so if you go work with my book, you will learn the processes for getting a granted scholarship. In my book, you find out how you can develop an application story. You find list of schools with funding. You find access to different templates and cheat sheets in my book. In addition to getting access to my book, you're going to be getting access to my online course. So my online course is a self-paced course a self-paced video course that I created to help or people who are going to be going through this process. In my online course, there are 7 modules. Module 1, in the first module, you learn about mindset and mental shifts. In the second module, you will learn about how to develop or build your application story. In the third module, you're going to be learning about how you can turn your application story into a letter of introduction. In the fourth module, you're going to be learning how to begin to send out letters of introduction and the strategies for following up with schools and potential advisors that you send your letters of introductions to. In the fifth module, you're going to be learning how to actually put together your admission document and the necessary requirements. In the sixth module, you're going to be learning if, for instance, you eventually will need to write an exam, which of course I might not be necessary, but if it becomes absolutely necessary that you write exams, you're going to be learning in the sixth module how to prepare for standardized tests. So in the seventh module, which is like the most interesting and the most emotional part for me, as someone who has been previously denied visa, I have painstakingly taken time to put together the information in the seventh module so that you're not a victim of visa denial. Now, in addition to my book, which is 39.99, and my online course, which is 159.99, you get access to all of my application essay templates. And you would get access to me once every month in a group. Now, access to me and the templates would cost $799. So this sums up to a total of $999, which gives us approximately $1,000. But from now to the end of September, I am running $100 discounts. So the $100 discount is for you if you want to be in this program and pay the early bird price. So that's the pre-order price. The launch price is how much? $1,000. But the early bird or pre-order price is how much? $100. So if if you want to go from being in a state of confusion to actually getting the clarity that you need, then you should subscribe to this program. Most importantly, you get access to me for 6 months, access to my book, my cheat sheet, my strategies, my template, and all of my resources. You don't want to walk this path alone. I have walked this lonely path, and I can tell you it can be really scary, especially if you're looking for a fully funded scholarship. All right, so let me help you. Let me walk you through this process because I have gone through this process and I am here to guide and support you. My name is Bisola Miriam. I'm a study abroad coach and I am your coach. I am your solution provider when it comes to securing a guaranteed scholarship. Follow the link in the description of this video, or perhaps the phone number, so that you can talk to me about your plans. And most importantly, you also get a chance to book a free clarity call with me if you reach out. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Remember, abundance is here.